Now, what did you say? Hold on, come step over here. Step over here.
I grew up in a neighborhood. I'm from out of state now. I live in Pittsburgh. I'm just curious. Do you guys ever get hassled by the police or anybody? Nope. I think what you're doing is great.
Nope.
Cool. I was just curious. Sounds good. Thanks.
I have a question.
Sure.
How do you feel about what happened to Sonia Massey?
I think it's disgusting.
What do you think should happen for that disgusting act?
I think the guy should get the death penalty.
Do you really think that? Or does that just sound good? Because let me ask you this. Do you believe in God?
I was in law enforcement.
Uh-huh.
I think the guy should be stripped of his badge and forget going for 10 years on death row. I think he should be killed right away.
He should be killed right away? That's what you would do?
That's what I would do. And I think that's judgment that God would approve of too. Thou shalt not kill.
You know what the judgment of God is? Isaiah 14:21. I'll show you the judgment of God real quick. I mean, you pulled up in the parking lot and asked us questions. We trying to dialogue. You opened the dialogue up. And man, listen. That's devilish behavior. That's very devilish behavior. You approach us for the kind of conversation. You don't have a conversation. Get Proverbs 28:1 real quick. Hurry up. Proverbs 28:1.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
That's how I know he don't really believe what the hell he said. Right? If you believe what you said, you can come out here and you can stand on that. You can dialogue about it, right? But you just standing up in front of what you perceive to be a group of niggas. I mean, you know, that's tragic. It's just disgusting. I was in law enforcement, right? I thought the very first rule of law enforcement was you're not supposed to portray the badge or some shit like that. And he come out here, he should get the death penalty. Guess what? Don't worry about it. He's gonna get the death penalty, along with you and all your other law enforcement constituents, right? For gunning down God's chosen people. Because like the Bible said, like the brother read earlier, precious in the sight of the Lord is the blood and the death of his saints. Right? Who is his saints? Get Psalms 50:5 real quick. Let's show who the saints of God are. How you doing, sister? You doing all right? We got a flyer for you. We're teaching so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans their biblical nationality, identity, and heritage. That's that right. We are the Hebrew Israelites.
That's right.
That we are God's chosen people.
I'm a Moorish American.
You a Moorish?
Moorish American.
Right? Your father's a so-called black man?
No.
Well, listen, hold on, pay attention to what I said. A so-called black man.
No.
What is he?
Moorish American. He had descendants of Moroccans and born in America.
Is he a descendant of a slave?
I say not. All our people didn't have to be slaves.
No, listen, I'm trying to build a premise with you. I'm trying to build here.
Okay.
So I'm asking you, was he, when I asked you, was he a descendant of a slave? It's because, you know, a vast majority of our people, right, was in those cotton fields in Georgia. Unless they were Hispanics and they were somewhere in the strawberry fields. They had the Haitians in the sugar cane fields. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times our people hold on to these pseudo nationalities and identities because we don't have one. Jeremiah 17:4. Because we don't have one. We've never had nothing to hold on to.
You have a nationality.
I sure do.
What's your nationality?
A Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
Okay.
And 9 times out of 10, you're one too.
That's right.
9 times out of 10, you're one too. Right? Because what does a Moor mean? A Moor is a conglomerate of people were called Moors. A Jew, a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
So are you saying Jews and Hebrews are the same?
The Jews are, okay, so when you deal with the word Hebrew, right, it means descendant or coming from the man called Eber, which was Abraham's grandfather, great-grandfather, right? So the Hebrews is an umbrella of people. So-called black people are Hebrews, so-called white people are Hebrews, so-called Asians are Hebrews, right? Because they all descend from the man Eber. Now, to get more specific, when you start dealing with the Israelites, the nation of Israel, that's where you start dealing with so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
And then the Jews is a segment, the three Southern Kingdom tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They would be classified as the Jews.
Teach y'all.
So can I ask why you have the gun?
For the protection and safety of ourselves as well as our community.
That's right. Teach y'all.
Out here to make sure nothing happens to us, make sure nothing happens to y'all.
That's right.
Right? You know, more than likely you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. More than likely, you know?
Princess.
A princess, right?
For now.
Here, look, I tell you what, take this flyer, look into this flyer. We got the YouTube channels, right? We have the email, the Instagram, right? And then, you know, because that's what I was saying, when you're dealing with the Moors or the Moorish people, right? That was a conglomerate of people, right? Because they got the word from the Spanish term moreno, which simply just means black or dark. So Arabs were classified as morenos. Anybody that had melanin in Europe, pretty much that Spaniard down the Moroccan area was classified as a Moor.
I have a question. Now, slaveholders, which are Europeans, okay? King James, European, right?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
I
You
would
wouldn't
say
believe me if I told you.
Tell me.
King James is a Negro.
That's right.
See? Look, you got listen. Told you you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
I don't.
You wouldn't listen. I'm gonna tell you. King James comes from the house of Swarthy. Do you know what Swarthy means? Dark. Right? He was from you know what the house was originally called? He was from the house of Jacob.
That's right.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Guess who the house of Jacob is?
Jacob is the brother.
These 12 right here.
That's right.
But
Teach y'all.
okay.
The nation of the house of Jacob. The Israelites.
You know,
King James was really a Negro.
Before I joined the One Sun Symbol of America, I used to study with Jehovah's Witnesses.
They don't got it.
No. The church and
They
all
don't got
the
it.
crazy jumping around and all of that stuff.
The hoopla and the hollering.
But I read the Bible, and it's like it's truth and falsehood strangely mixed. It's a lot of stuff I don't believe in the Bible.
Like what?
Just like it said that Eve came from Adam's rib. No, a woman can, it's only one way.
Not literal.
I don't believe no.
Well, that's the church. That's not the book
that a man
teaching
can
it.
be produced, and that's through a woman.
Hold on, let me tell you what it means. That
No.
Eve, hold on now. Wait, stop right there real quick. So in order for that woman to bring forth that life, what first has to happen? The man got to put the life in there. And the man determines what? The gender of the baby. Because the woman only gonna produce that X chromosome, that man throws either that X or that Y. But that's not even what
But that's how a child is produced.
but that's not even how that's not even what it means when it says that Eve came from Adam's rib. See, that's Christianity that teaches that. Well, where's your rib at? Where your ribs at? It's right here on your side. Right here on your side, right?
Yeah.
And then we have a Hebraic saying in this Bible called bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. So when it says that Eve was taken from his rib, that simply means that she was a woman from his own background, from his own tribe, his own family. That's all it means. But see, when you let Christianity teach you the Bible, they have you believing that God performed some kind of surgery and anaconda run after Eve speaking and talking. No.
Okay. It's so many. Do y'all have a hall or something?
Oh, we
Or y'all just,
boots on the ground right outside.
That's it? Y'all don't have a building or anything?
Not right now.
Oh, okay.
If it be the
There's
Lord's
so
will,
many
we could have one.
questions that I have, like, what was that question? I always ask that question. Okay.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 61 from the top. 66, chapter 1. Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest?
So the Lord said that the heaven is his throne and the earth is his footstone. So they what they call the church, the house of God, right? God said, where's the house that you build? Because the earth is my footstool. You can't possibly build me a house. The Bible talks about when God visits the earth cannot possibly contain.
I believe the nearest place we can meet him is in the heart.
No, listen
So-
listen to what I'm saying. That, of course, him not literally coming to the earth.
Yeah.
Because why? It says that the earth could not possibly contain the Most High God. The earth would implode. He's too powerful.
I agree.
He can't. So he can't be in this building that you made. You know what I'm saying? So the church is not the house of God.
Absolutely. Here's my question. So do you believe that when Allah created everything, Adam and Eve, so if there was supposed to be Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel, do you believe there was just only those 4 of them here? Do you believe that?
Well, let's break that down from the top. I wouldn't say Allah created everything. I would say Yahweh did.
That's right.
I'm gonna put it like this: whatever name we call him, we know it's only one.
Yeah, it's only one
We
name.
call him, but I call him Allah. But do you believe it was just Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel?
No, the Bible don't even say that.
Who else? Yes, it does.
Genesis 1.
Yes, it does.
I'm about to show you.
Show me. Show me.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 1 verse 24.
Bring it out.
And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping things.
I'm sorry. Verse 2.
I'm talking about as far
Verse
as
20.
humans.
And
I'm
God,
about to show you.
Okay.
this is the book of Genesis chapter 1 verse 20.
Bring it out.
And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that have life.
God said that the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that have life. That word moving creature in the Hebrew is napash, and it means anything that has a soul, right? So before a baby is born, what has to first happen? What has to happen? The mother's water has to break. Let the waters bring forth abundantly the living creature, that the creature that has a soul.
The moving creature that have life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And
So the water even brought forth the birds.
Okay. But I'm saying the Bible said it's Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel.
No, it just said on the 5th day he made all creatures.
Okay, I know. I'm not talking about the creatures. I'm talking about after he made, Adam, then Eve, then she had Cain and Abel.
A human is a creature.
Okay, but we talking about like us, okay?
Yeah.
So it was only 4 of them, right?
No. Because what? Cain killed Abel, and then what does he do? He goes somewhere and go get a what?
A wife.
Where'd she come from?
Exactly, my point.
So
That's
it
what-
wasn't just them.
Okay, I just wanted to see if you believe what because I would try to prove it. Where did these other people come from?
Yeah, no,
Because he
this
had
ain't
sex with
Christianity.
His mother. So,
6.
I mean,
Watch this. We got another verse to substantiate it. On the 5th day.
y'all don't have a phone number?
Verse 47.
Okay.
this is the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 6 verse 47.
Bring it out.
Upon the 5th day, thou saidest unto the 7th part, where the waters were gathered, that it should bring forth living creatures, fowls and fishes. And so it came to pass. For the dump water and without life brought forth living things at the commandment of God, that all people might praise thy wondrous works. Then didst thou ordain 2 living creatures, the one thou callest Enoch, and the other Leviathan. Verse 50.
Wait, we read right here in verse 48. He made all living creatures so that all people may praise his wondrous works. Not just Adam and Eve. So when you deal with Adam and Eve, the reason there's a separation and a distinction with Adam and Eve is because God had all these people on the earth, and then he took Adam, and then he chose Adam. Like, this is who I'm dealing with. See what I'm saying? So he had everybody, but he's like, this is my special. This is who I'm dealing with specially versus everybody else.
Okay.
So that's where that distinction of Adam and Eve come from. Not just that they were the only 2. Because
Yeah,
God...
I knew it was more. Like, no way.
Yeah, just common sense. But that just shows you how deep Christianity has our people's minds
Yeah.
just destroyed.
Yeah.
Because there's people that walk around really thinking that
And
Cain
they
killed
call
Abel.
Jesus God.
And listen, And Jesus out his own mouth said, my Father is greater than I.
Thank you.
But you know, that's your brain on Christianity.
Absolutely. But, so by this number, I would be able to, what, ask questions or...
Yep.
Or,
That's this brother number right here. So you're going to talk to the head honcho.
Kayadawan. Okay. I'm Sister E.O. Brothers. It's nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too, sister.
And I would love to converse with you guys, because I have a lot of questions. All right, peace and love.
And if it be the will of the Lord, we got a lot of answers. Give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
All praises. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
With that, I'm going to close out and say, Call Thought-provoking Yahweh, Bashem Mashiach Yahweh Shai, Shalom.
Shalom.